Hello everyone, welcome to the video class on GPAT 2021 Biochemistry Question Answer Explanation. This time there are around 7 biochemistry questions and all the 7 I am going to explain in this video. This is my channel. I have around 1800 subscribers and I have uploaded 117 videos, and recently my channel has crossed 45,000 views. If you like the video content, do subscribe. Just type in my name in YouTube, you will get the channel. Let's get into the class. Now the first one is, which of the following is false about HMP shunt? HMP means hexose monophosphate shunt. The reason why it is called a shunt, it is an alternative pathway for glycolysis. In glycolysis, glucose is converted to pyruvate. So there is another pathway for the oxidation of glucose, and that is known as HMP shunt, hexose monophosphate shunt. Let us see briefly about this one. See, HMP shunt has got oxidative phase and non-oxidative phase. Both of them are there. It starts with glucose. Glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate. But the major thing in HMP phosphate is formation of NADPH and ribose 5-phosphate formation. These two are very important. The reason is, as you know, this ribose 5-phosphate is what is converted to, see this, DNA, RNA, nucleotides and enzymes. All of them are formed from this pathway, so this is very essential one. Now the role of NADPH is, it forms glutathione, reduced form of glutathione. Glutathione acts as antioxidant. In all the living cells, this one acts as antioxidant. Antioxidant. Now this, the job of this antioxidant is, any superoxides or peroxides formed are scavenged or removed with the help of glutathione. So these are very essential. In fact, this enzyme, there is an enzyme which converts glucose 6-phosphate to 6-phosphogluconate. This is known as glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase. Now there are people who has got deficiency of this enzyme, and there is a deficiency of formation of NADPH, and their red blood cell hemolysis occurs due to oxidative stress. Sulfur drugs and all of them are contraindicated in that case. So the whole thing rests on the formation of NADPH. So NADPH has got two major roles. One, forming this glutathione. Second one, it is also required for biosynthesis of fatty acids and sterols. So overall put together, the major job of HMP shunt is form NADPH as well as forming DNA and RNA thing. This is oxidative phase. Whereas in non-oxidative phase, you can see this ribulose is again get converted back to glucose 6-phosphate with the help of enzymes transketolase and transaldolase. These two conduct reversible reactions. So the reaction is reversible. So briefly, the importance of HMP shunt is three things. One, it forms ribose 5-phosphate. Two, it forms NADPH. Third one, in non-oxidative phase, it will get back to again glucose 6-phosphate when there is a requirement. Now look at the options. When you see the options, see which of the following is false about HMP. That means three of the following options are true, but one is false. Now first one, no ATP is formed. Look at them. You don't see anywhere the formation of ATP. So this one is true. It forms NADPH. The whole thing lies on this one. See, look at this. It forms NADPH. See, this is not NADH. Rather, it is NADPH. Remember this. NADPH is involved in reductive biosynthesis. Third one, synthesis of ribose 5-phosphate. True. This is one of the essential things. Synthesis of ribose 5-phosphate. Excuse me. So all the three are true. What is the fourth one? Non-oxidative phase of HMP pathway is irreversible. No, it is reversible. As I told you, these two enzymes, transketolase and transaldolase, perform reversible reaction. So this is the answer. So regarding HMP shunt, all the three are true, but which one is false one? This statement is false one. So the option is this one. Moving to the next one. Now, formation of pyranose structure from glucose to formation of diastereomers is called. Now, let us see. See, this is glucose. It forms a pyran ring-like structure. So this is known as pyranose. See, monosaccharides and disaccharides, most of them end with OSCOs to indicate it is a sugar molecule. Pyran ring, this is pyran ring. So sugar is converted into pyran ring and it is a D-glucose, hence it is known as glucopyranose. Now, while it has formed glucopyranose, this one is known as anomeric carbon. the carbon can form two of these isomers. You can see them. OH could be at the bottom side or OH could be on the top side. This isomer wherein the OH is at the bottom is known as alpha D glucose. The OH as top is known as beta D glucose. And these two isomers are known as anomers. Now this is what is question testing. The diastereomers are called what? Anomers. Now epimers are the isomers which differ at only one carbon configuration. Tautomers, there are two tautomers are there, like keto, enol isomers are known as tautomers. See, these two, the questions on epimers and tautomers it tested on 2020 GPAT. In 2021 there is a question about anomers. So all these three are important. Now metamers are isomers with same molecular formula but differ in number of carbon atoms on either side of a functional group. Let us understand with an example. Look at this one. Now look at them. So these are oxygen ethers are there. So this is a functional atom, oxygen. On this side you have two carbons and this side you have two carbons. Whereas in this case, on this side you have 1, 2, 3 carbons are there and this side only one carbon is there. Total number of carbon is same. That is why they are known as isomers. But where do they differ? They differ on the arrangement of carbon atoms on the either side of this functional group. So they are known as metamers. See, all of them are important. As I told you, all of them are tested in GPAT. The top two are tested in 2020 GPAT. I'm sorry. The epimer and tautomers are tested in 2020 GMAT, whereas anomer is tested now. So understand the difference between all of them. Moving to the next one. Now, glucose upon treatment with nitric acid yields what? See, nitric acid is a very powerful oxidizing agent. Now, glucose can undergo reduction, partial oxidation and complete oxidation. Let us see about them. So, this is what is glucose is. See, it has got it is an aldose, aldehyde functional group is there, totally 6 carbons are there. Now, in presence of bromine, bromine is a mild oxidizing agent. The first carbon is oxidized, you can see this. Aldehyde is converted into acid and this is known as gluconic acid. So, partial oxidation results in gluconic acid, whereas nitric acid is a powerful oxidizing agent wherein you have first carbon and sixth carbon. Both of them you can see are converted to acids. This is known as saccharic acid, which is also known as glucaric acid. So this is what is being tested. Nitric acid, what it forms? Glucaric acid. What is gluconic acid? It forms with bromine water. The other thing, see, glucose can undergo reduction too. In reducing, that aldehyde is converted to alcohol and it is known as glucitol, which is also known as sorbitol. Sorbitol is a popular laxative. So see, in the options, glucitol is also there. This is because of reduction. The top two are because of oxidation, but complete oxidation occurs with nitric acid and it forms glucaric acid. Heptanoic acid, hepta means 7 carbon containing carboxylic acid is heptanoic acid. But understand these three things. The answer here is with nitric acid it forms glucaric acid. Gluconic acid, partial oxidation. Glucitol, reduction of glucose. Now moving to the next one. How many molecules of acyl-CoA are produced in beta oxidation of palmitic acid? Now palmitic acid is 16 carbon containing fatty acid. So this is what is the structure of palmitic acid. 14 plus 15, 16 carbon containing fatty acid. Now beta oxidation, when you see beta oxidation, in beta oxidation, oxidation occurs. See, the carbon which is adjacent to carboxylic acid is known as alpha, the next one is beta. Beta oxidation means this bond is oxidized, hence it is known as beta oxidation and it results in the formation of this acetyl-CoA. This is what is tested. So, in palmitic acid during beta oxidation, how many acetyl-CoA molecules are formed? See, acetyl-CoA is made up of 2 carbons. Palmitic acid, totally how many carbons are there? 6. So, totally 8 acetyl-CoA molecules are formed. So, this is the answer. To get you the complete picture, look at this. See, this is palmitic acid. You can see this lines indicates beta oxidation and it forms 8 acetyl-CoA molecules in beta oxidation. They will get into the citric acid cycle and finally they participate in respiratory chain and you will get ATP formation. So, the answer is 8. Moving further. Now, mixed mycelium of lipids with bile acid and lipid soluble vitamins are absorbed by. So, this is an important thing. Look at this, enterocytes. Enterocytes are intestinal absorptive cells. Whatever the food we take, it will be absorbed with the help of enterocytes. They are simple columnar epithelial cells. Their job is to absorb lipids, water soluble vitamins and all of them. So, the answer is this one. Now, when you see this question, see there is a question about absorbed by what kind of cells, and see pancreatic lipase, lipase is an enzyme. Apolipoproteins are molecules, a kind of biomolecules. Chylomicron is a lipid combination of molecule. So, only the cell is enterocytes. So, you need to think logically in this case. Even if you do not know the answer, look at the option. This is an enzyme, this is a biomolecule, this is a dietary molecule made up of lipids. So, only the cell is enterocytes, and this is what is absorptive cells. Moving to the next one. Now, chitosan possesses which of the following property? Now, when you see chitosan is a linear polysaccharide. Saccharide means sugar molecule. So, chitosan is a linear polysaccharide. It is obtained from crustacean shells like lobsters, crabs. The shell contain chitosan. Now, chitosan has found to have lipid lowering or cholesterol lowering effect, antimicrobial and wound healing properties. So, the answer is it has got all the above properties. So, that is what is about chitosan. So, the answer is all the above. Moving to the next one. Now, class of enzymes which use oxygen as hydrogen acceptor are known as. A very simple one, say oxidases use oxygen to accept a hydrogen or electrons. So, the job of oxidases is it uses a molecular oxygen to accept a hydrogen and electrons, and the question is about this one. So, the option is oxidases. Moving to the next one. In healing of excise, excise means wear away or a tear, an injured wound. In healing of that injured wound, there is what happens? See, the important thing is granulation tissue is required for healing of wound. So, the answer is this one. So, less tissue loss is not, less inflammatory exudate, no. Necrotic tissue to be removed, no. The answer is only granulation tissue is required. So, these 8 questions are tested in GPAT 2021. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, do subscribe.